Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. We, I think, are killing it. Listen, I hesitate to get too cocky here, but it feels like I'm killing it. And I think what we learned last time, really, is that I am, if anything, undervaluing our siege weapons. Except for mortars, which are just totally bad stuff. But these Hellstorm rocket batteries have been invaluable. I expect the volley guns to be great. I have very high hopes for the siege tanks. Really want to see these in action. So I usually end the turn and thus the save with all of my important stuff done for the turn, and it seems like I have done an okay job of it this time. I always like to double check my work. I suppose I could do that before turning on the camera, but you know what? Hey. You think this is so easy? You run a YouTube channel. Actually, please do not run a YouTube channel. Field is overcrowded as it is. I don't know what it was that made me look at a marketplace this crowded and think, oh yeah, me too. I'm not taking a military. No. I see what you're going for, but this time they'll pay me to join them in their war. Listen, talk to me in a couple of turns when I've cleaned up this chaos thing. I'll help, but the Chaos Horde has poured in, a remorseless tide scouring all in its path. Yet even the most savage flood must eventually recede, leaving battered survivors to pick through the flotsam on ravaged shores. Too soon, game. Okay, so the old world has survived the onslaught, and Boris Todbringer is available, and Eldred Castellane is available, and Volkmar the Grim is available, and that's the one we actually care about.
Who calls?
So let's set up one more turn of recruiting. We should get some flagellants. Not that they're particularly good, but they're very cheap. And Volkmar likes them, basically, is what I'm thinking there. So we'll just fill this up. These will be his special flagellants. Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
It is time.
And then next turn we'll call him in. Actually, no, I'll recruit him this turn.
Be praised, defender of the faith.
Yeah. We're going to hire this Luminarch, but I'm going to wait until the last possible moment, obviously, so that we aren't paying the upkeep for any longer than we have to be. And he's on guard. These dudes aren't, though. Oh, but I'm tired, because I successfully assassinated last turn. Okay, well,
Is it time?
now that his army is smaller and weaker, I said let's go get him.
I see no other option.
Ugh. The countryside is all screwed up on... It's all hopped up on chaos corruption right now. Yeesh. Alright. Well, this will certainly help. Alright, and we're doing really well on our objectives, I think. Yeah, Nordland, Ostland, Hockland, Ostermark, and Telebekland is basically just this little cluster of lands. I said Nordland as well. We can totally do this, but we're going to have to deal with chaos one more time before we're going to be able to win the game, I believe.
Now, I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Alright, march hard. Let's get this done. Let's go ahead and level you up, and then I think I am going to end up having to build a public order building here, which is a real shame. Next turn we'll have this available, and then we'll be able to recruit a witch hunter over here to push that one legendary item quest along. Although I feel like the Empire's legendary items are just not as good as the ones that we've gotten on other factions. I do kind of wonder if maybe it's just that the Empire was designed first or something like that. So Dirk doesn't really have anything to do. I guess just like follow these guys around. And Volgar von Sauterhofen is... Well, he's coming. He'll get here eventually. I don't know that we necessarily need to bring Todbringer back out, but if we want another army, he'll probably lead it, just because he's the highest level. So do we want anything in Visenland? Well, we don't have a ton of money. Let's hold off for a moment. And how's Marienburg coming along? We are 3 turns off of the population enough to get the next building slot unlocked. We're coming back. It's recovering, slowly but surely. Alright, and once this Chaos Army is down, we'll turn our attention back to finishing up our quests and stuff. It would be cool to get our legendary items. That's interesting. He moved a very small distance and then went back into encampment mode. I don't know why. No, that's okay. Looks like the dwarves have pushed the greenskins down to the south. That's good. That bodes well for us.
I trust no man.
Alright, can we remove somebody from this army before we attack it?
Not likely.
Oh, not likely indeed.
Prince and Emperor. To war.
He has more units than we do, but my units are extremely powerful at long range. Also that's got to be pretty terrifying.
I command here.
Alright, gaining lots and lots and lots of followers, as always. Unfortunately,
Summon the Elector Counts.
beating these dudes straight up does not, as far as I'm aware,
They will be judged.
have any chance of reducing chaos corruption in the area. When chaos wins battles at cities, they can spread corruption very rapidly, but there's no similarly rapid way to remove the corruption. We just have to pick up a lot of effects that reduce it over time and then be patient. So I think I'm going to pick up this one first, because money. The less we're paying in upkeep, the more extra armies we get to have, so. And then I think we're going to march his army right back to Middenheim, actually. We won't make it this turn, but because we're going to be needed to push back the Norskins on the north coast. Plus 3%. Yeah, let's go for plus 3% hit points. Hit points are toughness that's good, equally good against everything. Whereas obviously armor has some downsides. So I didn't pick up Light of Battle because I don't know, it doesn't seem that important. Banishment is it's a vortex light spell, sure. Plus speed and a considerable amount of melee attack. That seems pretty alright. Yeah, that's probably fine. Listen, I always hear people say the buff spells are better than damage spells. It's all over the subreddit and everything. And I'm not saying that I think those people are wrong. But I am saying that I like the feeling of using damage spells a lot. For whatever that's worth.
Yes.
Marius, go back to your office. Good job, though. Where do I want you? Man, I don't even know. We'll deal with him in a second.
I am in ascent. I am the Supreme Patriarch.
So, listen, I want to do the thing that's most effective. But I also... Ooh, wow. That's quite a bit of replenishment. Yeah, I'll take that.
Ready.
I also really want to do things that are cool. I do my best to try to find the... middle ground on that whenever I can. Oh, my steam tanks. They're going to be so tough. And I swear to you, one of these days we're even going to get them. What was I doing with you? Oh, yeah. I was starting to work on your combat capabilities because I don't think that your blue line is particularly amazing past Restorer. Restorer is good enough. Alright. So Everheim needs... First of all, to start contributing taxes again. Secondly, we've got Chaos on the move here. Slowly. How much of our public order problems are due to corruption? 3 points? Yeah, I think once Gelt leaves Everheim, we're going to see public order dip below 0 again. So we'll probably have to fix that. Alright. Schwarzhofen has a similar issue. Although in Schwarzhofen, well, I guess we're not actually trending down that much. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to build a public order building here, too. But, for right now... Oh, they're only level 1 when we recruit them here. What are they when we recruit them in the capital? Because we definitely have some buffs to that. Well... Actually, we might want to recruit them in Middenheim. I gotta wait for a long time, though.
Tools of judgment ready. You are judged.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's better to recruit a level 5. I don't think I want to wait forever. I didn't realize what a disparity we were talking about. Is it all coming from the cathedral? It is all coming from the cathedral. And how expensive is a cathedral? Because it wouldn't be a terrible thing to have. Oh, it's 9k, but I have to wait 9 turns before I could even start building one. Yeah, fine. We'll just recruit a high-level dude in Grunberg. Blind's probably not what we want. There we go. Hero action success chance up. That's exactly the guy. And we're going to tech this guy out the same way as our other one.
Tools of judgment ready.
Having a powerful assassin is really nice.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Never yield.
Okay, so Volkmar needs to finish drafting his army.
Sigmar has shown us the path.
Let's get some of these. Do we have a wizard coming off? No. I guess my wizard that I had hired to serve in his army must have actually died. So we'll get a wizard too. And then we're not really great against large here. What's the difference between a Reichsguard and an Empire Knight statistically? Reichsguard are just better. Yeah, they're just strictly better. Slightly more expensive. We don't have any grenade launchers.
So,
Yes?
But I don't really love those guys. We could take the Luminarch into his army. I don't think we will, though. Let's just hire another foot unit. Yeah, I'll hire another unit of greatswords. And then, in a minute, when he's close to done with the siege tanks, we'll hire a wizard to hang out in his army. I'm kind of curious, actually. I suppose, since they're not always available, we should see if there's a celestial. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious about how effective these guys are. And they have some pretty okay buffs. They have some interesting looking damage. Melee attack +5, campaign line of sight, and plus public order. Sure.
I await to advise. Bring forth items of power.
Alright, so let's see what we get here. So we get the buff for sure. Minus defense and parry for all enemies in... all flying enemies, okay. I'm maybe not even going to bother to get that right now. I guess let's do the thing I always do. We'll just get 1 point in each of these things. We have access to all the spells. Variety is good.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
Alright, we need to get, like, back over here. I'm gonna give him this order, and then we're gonna ignore him for a while. He'll figure it all out.
Do not waste my potential. Very well, I will do this.
So yeah, we're gonna head up through Wertbad. We might want to impress upon the other nations of the Empire the importance of listening to me. It really is pretty important. So we have some quest battles we could do next turn. And that is not a bad ability. We should probably get that. I guess we have to wait for Karl Franz's army to recover. They've taken a lot of attrition damage. Uh-oh. I think we're going to have to turn Gelt around. No. No, I don't think that's a good idea. We probably want to push for a confederation at some point. How are we on the confederation penalty? We didn't make friends with Toddbringer that long ago. Okay. Alright, our confederation penalty is over. Huh. We got the Doomtide message again. So another wave is coming.
Now, pick up the pace.
So Salzenmund has fallen. Dieterschaffen has decent walls, at least. We got to do something about this, though. This is not okay. Oh, you know what? That's why Everheim rebelled, isn't it? It's because we confederated. Yeah, that makes sense.
Who calls? Pick up the pace.
You summon me. I go
Okay,
where
we better turn around and deal with these beastmen. Malagor the Dark Omen and his massive army. Is Faldorf walled? No, I think I decided that it didn't need to be, which is perhaps foolish. Yeah, that's expensive, but I do want to get it done. That'll help us fit all this expensive artillery underneath our expenses cap here.
I command here.
All right, so we'll spend one turn in the city healing up, and then we can do the quest battle. He is short one unit, though. What do I want to do with that? I mean, we might hire the Luminarch. That's probably what I'll do. I'll hire the Luminarch.
Show me the accused.
We need to try out our laser cannon. And we have 530 gold, so we're not doing anything with our money. Volkmar needs to hang out because he's still recruiting. Alright. I can't believe that Britannia hasn't finished off Bordello by now. I guess they must not really be fighting. Okay, there's Greenskin Wad. That seems like somebody else's problem. The Doomtide message again. Just in case you didn't get it the last couple times. We can't quite reach them. I have permission to go into their lands, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we'll just move to right here, make it clear to them that they are being pursued. Alright, do we have a spare warrior priest? I mean, I guess we have this guy.
What do you require?
I'm actually going to have him go to Marienburg and deploy to increase growth. Alright, what else needs taking care of? We're not that far off of having the maximum, or having the population necessary to cap this out. So maybe I want to drop this? Or we could Festag for a little while. Let's do that. I'm going to Festag. So now we'll be at +4 public order, so that'll even out. Over here we actually are in the positives. So Holding out on population here as well. Yeah, okay. Public order is fine. Even in Marienburg, although only because of the Festag.
In the name of Magnus.
Alright, so let's hire a Luminarch.
Summon
Step out of the city and get us a Rune Fang. Alright, this is a very easy battle, so I assume that the reinforcements that we're being told to expect will be considerable, significant. Man, Karl Franz's army is actually pretty, like, ragtag. We should maybe upgrade these basic swordmen to something a little better. But this is going to be the first time we're seeing a couple of our toys. We have not yet gotten to see one of these field guns, or a Luminarch, or steam tanks, and we even have a light wizard to hold stuff in place so that we can shoot at it with our siege weapons. So I have high hopes for this battle. Also, I don't think we've used demigryphs personally. Obviously, Karl Franz has been running around with them for ages, but this should be... I don't know. I don't know what to think, because like some of the quest battles are very difficult, but then that last one we did with the vampires was incredibly easy. So I suppose we shall see. I had to say, some of them seem to be getting kind of trivialized by the Hellstorm rocket batteries, and that makes me a little nervous because this army only has the one. Huh, why is it showing me the stats for peasant bowmen? I previously had thought that everything that showed up here was something that was relevant to the battle, but that must not be the case.
Hear me now, brave men, brave Reichlanders, hear me!
This looks like the fly-in at the start of a Vermintide level.
True. Norse raiders land on Nordland shores. We have marched many miles, but there is no distance so great that I would not gladly march it to face this, our ultimate foe. I have refused the honor of wielding the blade of our forebears thus far. I was not worthy, but should we survive this day, should we drive the ruinous tribes back across the sea, then, with your blessing, I will pick up the Reichland Runefang and use it to bleed our foes, to carve my way through Sigmar's enemies. Are you with me, men of the Empire? For when the Northmen come, they will attack hard, as their despicable gods demand. We must be ready to push them back, thrust them into the sea, in defense of the Empire!
So is this going to be the deal? They're going to come up out of the water at us? Across an open field? Because that, I think, bodes pretty poorly for them, actually.
Hellstorm rocket battery!
Alright, let's set ourselves up here. Where's the current edge of that? We could go even a little bit further back. I want to be sure that I can hit them, but I don't want them to be able to reach us any sooner than we absolutely have to let them. Alright, the Great Cannon set up right beside it. Yeah, seems good. And then over here we have some steam tanks. These are, I'm assuming, much more mobile. Really great range, though. And they're tough, right? They're tanks, so... Yeah, the Tempelhof Luminarch. Oh, this is much shorter ranged. It also has some abilities. Okay, it reduces the power recharge rate of enemies. Oh, and it has its own net. I wonder if that's true of all Luminarchs, or if it's just this one. Or, yeah, all Luminarchs. Or if it's just because, if it's what's special about this one. And then we want everybody out of the way. Ready to sort of step in quickly.
Crossbows ready, General.
Yeah, crossbows are Actually, if these are just going to be Norsemen, crossbows are probably fine, right? Why don't you guys step to the side a little bit more? I'm going to turn this tank a bit. Yeah. Volley gun, we'll just put it like here, I guess, in between all these dudes. Okay, I think we're in a pretty reasonable formation. Maybe we could move over a little bit. Like this. My thinking just being I want these guns to be able to turn a little bit if they gotta turn a little bit. But this seems okay to me. I guess I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, so what do I care about the most? Those Marauder horsemen suck. Shoot them. You over here, same deal. The fact that they're so thinly arrayed is a little bit of a bummer. It's going to make it harder for the rocket battery to do its thing. And what is the... pop this up for me? Particularly anti-large. Boy, I bet a cannonball really does a number on a horse. Jesus. That's gross just to think about. Alright, see what you can do. And the volley gun, I don't know, just shoot. Alright. Let's watch in amazement as our foes are probably completely wrecked. What is your range? Like, we have a damage spell, right? Oh, we're actually in range to hit these guys, too. Well, shoot, let's do it. Let's light up some of these great weapon guys. Okay, the cannons are having a hard time keeping up with the turn rate of these horses.
Captain of the Empire! Our steeds are restless! Great cannon! We are Sigmar's heirs!
It's interesting, they're already so low on morale.
At an order! At speed! Get down for the Emperor! For Hell and Hammer!
Get him!
Sigmar!
Plus speed, plus vigor. Fall in on those nerds. So what happens if you run up on a tank with an axe? Holy crap, that's what happens. Did you see how far that guy flew? Oh, I guess I'm like not paying attention to the rest of the battle. It's very easy to get very excited about the things that are happening, you know? So I was going to use my nets or whatever. You guys fall in on them. See if you can't get him. I mean, look at their forces are just absolutely torn apart. We're kind of allowing ourselves to get our asses kicked a little bit because I am very distracted, though, which is embarrassing. All right, where's my Elgar? How big is the net? Really? Give me a net. If you can make that happen, that would be cool. Marauders, great weapons. Okay, let's care about the great weapons. Oh, these guys aim at the center. All right. Wow, look at that. You guys, back off. Oh, okay. You're getting a little bit out of position here. Actually, I'm just going to have them march in this way. Can I get another unit over here? Yeah, let's just have this happen.
We serve France. We obey. Swordsman. Free company. Weapons prime, sir.
I think things are pretty under control. Woohoo, wow. Oh, the little turret gun can actually, it seems like it tracks them pretty quickly. Nope, never mind. He has to turn quite a bit. Yeah, Jesus. Wow, we are routing these dudes on this front. This front's going a little bit less good because I'm paying so little attention to it. Alright, can somebody please stop this guy from just running around wherever he feels like it? And you, go get them. I'm sure we're doing fine work over here, but let's kill some bad guys, huh? Alright, we'll wrap that guy up. The field gun. I'm not going to give it a specific target, but I'm going to have the unit at least turn so that they're facing the majority of the enemies over here. Oh, and I haven't actually watched the Luminarch fire at all. I have no idea what it looks like. Oh, yeah, why don't you fire it this way? I don't like this. I clicked on this for the... because this is where the one guy with the flag is, but apparently the rest of them are over here. Let's not fire what sounds like a laser cannon directly into my own units. Okay, yeah, that's neat. Okay, so they appear to all be in desperate retreat, except for their lord, who is currently being attacked. We're coming. We're coming. We'll deal with him. Oh, wow. Karl Franz is, like, flying dudes up in the air and throwing them and stuff. Hold on. If we watch him, maybe he'll do that again, because that was neat. Get him. Karl. He's, you know, the problem is he's camera shy.
My subjects call.
Those ones. Get him. Okay, the enemy lord is dead, as we expected. Oh, I don't know if he's going to get there in time. I think they're going to make it off the map. Okay. So what's left? Nothing. Nothing, but the battle doesn't seem to be ending. Oh, there are fleeing soldiers who have not actually made it off the map yet. Get them! Okay. Okay, so... what do we have here? Oh, we have a wizard, some marauders, a single man on horseback. I'm going to have pretty much all of the siege weapons just relocate however they have to relocate to get over here. Oops, I'm trying to untarget this ability. Where's my wizard? He's pretty much just hanging out in the middle. Let's send him this way. See if we can maybe... all of you guys. Everybody form back up over here. Both of the siege tanks turn around. So, I mean, the siege tanks are not invincible, right? This one took considerable damage, this fight. Let's just kind of form back up. Get ready for trouble. Alright.
Swordsman! Crossbows ready, General! To battle!
Actually, let's have them move to a position that's not directly in front of the volley gun.
Light wizard!
Alright. Alright, the net seems to go off pretty fast, but let's wait until we're actually in range to tell him to cast it so that I know where I'm casting it at. Alright, that should do it. I might actually be too early. Yeah, it was. It's only going to catch the very front guys there. Well, it's still pretty good, though. Oh, apparently it keeps netting anything that walks into the area for the duration. That's pretty cool. Jesus. Terrifying. Alright. They don't seem to have any ranged attacks outside of that wizard. So I'm just going to send my flying units in and make it clear to them that the wizard is not welcome on the battlefield today. Alright, all siege weapons, retarget. Get him. Oh, there we go. Well, apparently we traded targets. I have to imagine that we're going to come out ahead on this, right? Actually, Zintler's kind of losing. I'm going to pull him out. Provided I can get... the disengage is going to be complicated a little bit by these dudes who just showed up. Look at the Luminarch. Come on, take off. Yes. I'm making him immune to psychology. I don't know that it matters, but I don't think there's anything else we can do with his... with his potion of foolhardiness. Actually, I don't think he's going to win this. He can't handle him at the same time with also the additional guys. That's a shame. Oh, move. Oh, slow move.
I will not stand idle. Swordsman. Yes, sir. Go.
All right, you guys know what to do. Okay. Now that their lord has committed. He really wanted my wizard, but I think he's going to find that he's in a little bit of a problematic situation now. Yeah, those dudes better get running. We will not allow anyone to interrupt single combat between our mighty armored lord and this random wizard that he found. It does feel a little unfair, doesn't it? Don't shoot magic at me. What's wrong with you? I can't believe how long it's taken for us to kill their lord. Is that guy... Okay, he's down. These poor dudes, yeah, cannot decide whether they're in this fight or not. I think they're making the right call now. But perhaps too late? Oh, Jesus. Holy crap, the cannonball took his head clean off. You guys should surrender. Oh. Oh, well, here come the horsemen. This'll solve the problem. Well, this is quite an endurance match. Get back here. All right. All ranged units, focus on the horses. Is this really the last? The last wave is just normal marauders and a horseman unit? Really? Yeah, these guys are going to break before they get anywhere near us. Oh, they're dodging the cannon fire. You have a bunch of melee guys over here. I presumed they would not be necessary, and that does seem to be the case. What are you guys doing? Did you run out of lasers? Alright, a decisive victory. Yeah, I'd say so. And we got to see some of our new toys in action. So, 139 kills, 88, 92. Yeah, pretty good. A lot of kills on the Demigryph Knights. I mean, that's no big surprise. The thing that probably is most surprising to me is how well the Flagellants did. Also, Zintler fought an entire front of the battle by himself for a couple of minutes there in the middle, and he did just fine. Not a lot of kills for the wizard, but the nets. When I get better at using them, I expect those nets to be responsible for an awful lot of kills. If we could just pin somebody down in front of the volley gun, or, you know, there's probably a lot of damage you can do with those nets. Catch runners, break up flanking maneuvers. So we killed like 1,000 dudes. We took 130 losses. No units lost, and frankly, we're probably going to be able to replenish this pretty quickly. And now we've got the Reichland Runefang, which I assume is a weapon, given that the other Runefang we have goes in the weapon slot, and also, you know, it's a sword. But then we're just going to replace it with Galmaraz, right, when we get Galmaraz. So it seems a little strange to me that 2 of his legendaries are weapons, although I suppose we're probably not getting Galmaraz, are we? Given that it requires us to do battle with greenskins, which is a little bit of a ridiculous requirement. I guess it's easier if you're playing as Karl Franz. He gets to a higher level more quickly, and so you can get that quest before you have to fight the Crooked Moons. As it is, though, I don't think we're probably getting it, which is a shame because it has +5 public order for all regions, so it'd be really nice. Maybe if the dwarves wipe out the greenskins, it'll invalidate that quest and it'll give us a different requirement, a new quest with a different goal, and that might be the way we end up getting it if we get it at all. I'm not necessarily heartbroken if we don't. I think we'll be fine. So this is something I don't understand about this game. A lot of the time it loads into and out of battles really quickly, but every once in a while you'll get one of these that's just like super, super long, and it's always loading out rather than loading in. I have no idea what causes this. So if Gelt successfully wipes out the Beastmen in the south, I don't know that it's necessarily safe to run back north again, because usually when the Beastmen spawn, they spawn 2 large war herds. So we may have to leave Gelt down there, or even send him south through the pass to go hunting. Try to find that other war herd, if the game doesn't tell us straight up that the faction has been eliminated. It's possible that the other herd has already been caught and killed by, like, the border princes or something. Alright, let's get back to it. Obviously, we execute the captives. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a fine weapon, it's just weird that there are 2 weapons. Okay, so that's equipping. It was a lot of XP.
On march!
Alright, so what are we looking at here? Like 2 turns, 3 turns? Yeah. Zintler could use a little bit of extra R&R. Things are tough for him. Let's try to kill this Chaos dude.
Heretic! Show me the accused.
Alright. Because I am so done with Chaos right now. Alright, the only thing that can still be upgraded in the capital is this. That's probably not a great use of our money. Yeah, we have a lot of other stuff we could be doing. So Fildorf should probably get walls. I was going to try to do without, but if stuff can sneak up through the pass, we need walls. And how is public order everywhere? It's rising in most places. Alright. What I'm thinking is that we need to make room for another confederation, which means making sure that we're in really good shape, approval-wise, in most places. Which unfortunately means we're going to have to build a lot of public order buildings, I think, since we're not going to be getting public order from Galmaraz. I probably... Oh, I can't. No, Gelt's not in a weird stance. Gelt could do a quest battle, but I probably shouldn't with this large army right here. Alright, Helborg and What's-His-Face have their orders. Alright. So with the Reichland Runefang, Karl Franz is a better fighter. It turns out, I was surprised by how bad of a fighter he was in that battle. He was getting soloed by well, not soloed, but he was getting taken down by the combination of a Norskin Lord and a Norskin Wizard. Seems very silly. Oh, the vaults deep below the Palace of Altdorf have been breached, and the powerful Silver Seal artifact stolen. The guards are strangely hazy about the events on the night of the theft, but wards that should not open for anyone but the Grand Theogenist or the Emperor have been cracked. This is no mundane thief. A witch hunter is summoned. Also, the Doomtide, did you guys know?
By the comet.
Alright, well, we'll send our witch hunter home and have him deploy.
What?
The Silver Seal would give us 20% ward save and also some other stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I really want Galmaraz, though. Alright, with Karl Franz's army, do we want to march north and resettle Salzenmund? We actually have to resettle all of this land, because it has to be held. But I don't know where the Northmen are. Let's take one more turn of recovery before we head up. We might want to additionally recruit a scout. Alright, let's have Volkmar run up there as well, actually. This is how we'll handle this. Alright, notice the chaos corruption is no longer so high that we're bleeding just walking around. That's good. Slowly getting things under control. Are we going to need... we might need a public order building here. Well, we probably don't need this. Let's go ahead and demolish that. Alright, Nolan is building lots of important stuff. No, this region's pretty okay on public order, actually. What we need is... Well, we could really use more reduction in corruption. Am I just going to build another Shrine of Sigmar? Yeah, for the moment. If we want to change that up later, we can, but I think that's worth doing. Alright, I think the Moot is going to need one of these. We are 6 turns off of being able to finish Castle Tempelhof. At which point we can destroy this growth building, in addition to beginning to build out the rest of the stuff. And here, I think... We're actually pulling positive approval. That's nice. But Waldenhof has an empty slot, and we don't have to use it for anything in particular, although, actually, putting up a Reichsfort here is probably a good idea. In addition to allowing the recruitment of Reichsguard in this region, the Reichsfort does add 2 Reichsguard to the garrison of the city. So let's have that happen. I think we could really use that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move 75% of my normal move.
To move.
And then go into... Nope, I'm not going to go into ambush mode. I guess I walked slightly too far or something.
Now.
Alright, we're doing it. We're getting there. You guys still have orders. So, I wonder if it will be necessary for us to go up north and actually just burn a bunch of the Norskin villages. We don't necessarily need to eliminate them, but I do need them to just really back off. Okay? Join your war against... No. We're going to unite the realm mostly peacefully, I think. Also, the Doomtide. Also, some Brayherds.
I am ready.
Ah, this coward. Hey, Karakern. Can we maybe,
Thirsts for war.
I'm trying to set war coordination target. It won't let me select this target.
Do not waste my potential. I am in ascent. Onwards.
Well, this is very annoying. Alright, Faldorf needs to complete its walls. And then, since we have no super important purchases, I think this might be the time to go ahead and start upgrading our economic buildings. We can upgrade the trade structures, we can upgrade weaving houses.
Defender of the faith. Sigmar watches over me. So,
Alright, we're going to go north together. Not going to get ambushed by any troll armies from Norden. And we're going to resettle all of this stuff, because we have to or we can't win.
The Empire.
Do I have to deploy you? I don't even remember which quest that was. Okay, deploy a guy
Heretics will
in
get
eastern
it.
Sylvania. We also have to deploy a witch hunter in Reichland, and we have a witch hunter on the way to Reichland.
Tools of judgment ready.
Alright, he'll be able to do that next turn. The plot is revealed. The Necromancer, in concert with a cabal of vampires, plan to plunge Sylvania and then all the Empire into endless night. The Jade Griffin is the relic they plan to use to power this despicable deed. That such a holy symbol should be considered for this heresy is more than enough motivation. More than motivation enough, even, for Volkmar to summon a mighty host, as the vampire counts must be brought to battle and stopped at all costs. Hel Fen is a cursed place, where much blood has been spilt, but perhaps it is a good omen to fight here. After all, it was here that the death of Manfred von Karstein occurred. For a time. Yeah, that didn't really take. If Sigmar sees fit, more monsters will perish here. Okay, so we're actually going to get our Jade Griffin. +5 hero recruit rank for warrior priests in all provinces is really something. And then also, big ward save, constant replenishment. This is a powerful and important item. And we're going to have to fight another undead army that looks a lot like the last undead army we had to fight.
Never yield.
Well, we got all these tanks and stuff. So, reload time. Ooh, ammunition for artillery. Yes, that's important. Let's get that. Okay, so when you're resettling in a contested area, you usually want to bring 2 armies, because one of the armies will be significantly weakened by its soldiers leaving the army to settle the city. So you need 1 more army to defend it at least. Alright, and then I'm sure we have the money to upgrade another economic building somewhere. Yeah. Alright. So we can have this other witch hunter run up north and scout for us. Oh, we've intercepted Malagor the Dark Omen trying to travel through the beast paths. This is pretty bad for him. So this is an ambush, and there's no way to retreat from it. So we trivially crush him, his units are pretty bad. Aside from the Minotaurs, like, these are all very, very weak units. Alright, so we completely wipe him out, and everybody is going to love us for that. That's a good one.
From Sigma.
It is good to see our...
Yes, absolutely. I totally forgot about them, but yeah, that's a good thing. So the Warhorde of Chaos is out there. Beastmen have been destroyed. The Doomtide is doomtiding. Got a bunch of weapons that are not very impressive.
On march! Let me talk to the flock.
I'm doing it. I'm boosting our popularity, or our population. Yeah, 140 is pretty good growth. He's increasing it by more than 50%. It's very significant. Alright, so Gelt doesn't need to be down here anymore. Like I said, we did in fact get a notification that the faction was destroyed, so there will not be a second army coming for us. Next level, this guy gets his final mount. So what do I want to do with you? Well, we definitely want to move north. But what do we want to do once we're up here?
I am Prince and Emperor.
Alright, let's start with some extra winds of magic.
Yes, it is done.
Alright, I think I want to do the quest battle this turn to get the Jade Griffin. But, obviously, I'm not going to start a quest battle 56 minutes into a video. So, that is going to be it for us for today. Come back next time. We're picking up that Jade Griffin, and then we're going on a big resettling spree. And also, the Norse are going to have a problem with that, and we're going to have to kill every last one of them. And that's, you know what? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm trying to convince both of us. Anyway, come back next time for that stuff, and we'll see you then.